wrong part of the track up the sunny coast. Get Up Girl number 7. I like the look of her in the yard. The stats are there for everyone to see. They're positive. Boom Talk number 2. He looked forward enough, but Matt says he's going to peak in 2 weeks. And then Gemeldi, 3721.
Yeah, I've gone the way of the drifter, Get Up Girl, although she's not drifted far. So, yeah, number 7 for me. Here's a caller.
Sec. And they're all in. Field of 11, like blinking away, racing. Parachuter was away well with Gemeldi. Going forward is in a second. Tanker Handy. Winburn trapped out going forward ahead of Get Up Girl. On points out wider. Followed there by Nikki DeRosa, Boom Talk, Red Zurst and Famiko. Winburn's working in front. Second, Gemeldi back to third. Parachuter being passed by On Point on the outside. A length and a half in a second. Tankers on the rail. Followed further back by Nikki DeRosa, Get Up Girl, Boom Talk, Famiko and Red Zurst at the rear. 600 metres left to run. In front, Winburn by length and a quarter. Seconds On Point. Third, Gemeldi, followed by Parachuter Tanker. In a sec on the outside. Further back to Boom Talk on the rail. And Get Up Girl back behind those after 350. Winburn's in front. Second now, Gemeldi coming through. On Point's over on the outside. Here's In a Sec running home well out wide on the track. And further back to Boom Talk. Gemeldi grabbing the lead from Winburn. The inside. Here's In a Sec. No room for Boom Talk. Further back to On Point. Gemeldi In a Sec will fight out the finish. Gemeldi In a Sec on the outside. Or it's a photo. Gemeldi or In a Sec, not sure. Third will be Boom Talk, followed by Winburn, Tanker, On Point and Parachuter, Get Up Girl, Red Zeus for Miko, Nikki DeRosa.
All right, In a Sec and Gemeldi. In a Sec on the outside. Can't really see the nose of Gemeldi. And then we saw Boom Talk back in third, and then Winburn, who was desperate to lead, holds down fourth, followed by On Point. So it is close. The cameraman zooming in onto In a Sec. We just can't see the nose of the other horse. So maybe In a Sec on the outside. I felt when they hit the line live, and that's not really telling us, but 3 does get it. In a Sec sprinting quickly, but by the same take and seemingly laying in badly. For about 50 metres there, and you could see he had to take hold on Boom Talk Jimmy Orman. So I'd like to have a look at the head-on again. He was possibly going to make it interesting, Boom Talk in the middle. So we see them flatten for the judge, and Gemeldi is about to reach the lead at this point. On Point's just about had enough, and you can see In a Sec sprinting quickly, and she is laying in. And you could see that Gemeldi was shifting out as well. So that's the story there. But Bernie, she seemed to get herself into a nice position through the first 100 metres in a second. Then she dropped back and she ended up about 4 or 5 lengths off the leaders in the running line. But she's been able to sprint quickly in the home straight.
Yeah, she has. Narrow victory in the end. Tony Gollan joins us for a chat, and there was good money for her, and she loves it here, Tone.
Yeah, she does. She loves it here. Doesn't mind getting her toe into the ground a little bit as well. Race was a little bit messy early. She jumped well, was going to find a nice spot, and the pressure really came in after they went half a furlong, and he had to sort of restrain her, and she didn't react as well as what we would have liked, because she's a filly that's got to get into a really good breathing rhythm, and that was a bit out of whack early, but she got back travelling nicely, and she can lug in a bit, so he did a good job. He's only a 2-kilo kid, and he did a good job to keep her as straight as possible.
Yeah, she looked difficult.
Yeah, well, she is. She often lays in badly. So, yeah, once she loomed up to really hit the front, and Gemeldi give a great kick inside of us, but she's always one that wants to lug in. But you know, for a young boy still a 2-kilo claim, he's riding very well.
Great start to the day. Good on you, Tone.
Fingers crossed we can keep it going.
Indeed. All right, let's chat with Bailey Wheeler. She did look a bit difficult inside that final furlong.
Yeah, she set well enough. I thought it'd be 1-1, but I ended up being a pair further back. But I just roll on a good tempo without her getting a really good rhythm throughout. And Tony told me pre-race probably just better off not fighting with her and just keeping her in a good rhythm. So I was able to do that off a good tempo.
How did this track feel to you here today? We had 3 mil before the first, and we're already a soft 5.
Yeah, it felt good. Good enough. I think we'll probably chop out later on, and then we probably don't want another downpour.
Well done.
Thank you.
Bailey.
such a good-looking horse that's taking it all in beautifully. Then I've got Mashani Hercules, and She's a Chickatita, 1, 2, 4, 5.
Wolfgang, a beautiful type, and there's no knock on him at all. I just thought the better price, perhaps. Defiant Boom, a stunning-looking animal himself, but obviously is on debut and at 1,200. Here's Josh.
To beat the favourite. So lights on, all in, 1,200. Sets racing. They've jumped as one, but there's Spirited break out of the pack in front from Defiant Boom going forward. Landing third, Mashani Hercules out 3 wide. Wolfgang fourth on the rail, followed by Valley of Owls, and wider out shows the Chickatita with Magic Madge at the rear. In front, Defiant Boom by length, and second, Spirited. Third, the outside, but going forward, Mashani Hercules. Wolfgang fourth on the rail, 3 or 4 off the leader. A length and a half, Valley of Owls outside of Magic Madge, and last of all shows the Chickatita. In front, Defiant Boom. Second is Mashani Hercules, and third, Wolfgang on the inside of Spirited at the 550. Further back to Magic Madge on the inside of Valley of Owls, and She's a Chickatita heads to last of all at the 450. Just in front, Defiant Boom. Second, Mashani Hercules. Wolfgang travelling well on the inside, railing through, making ground, and wider out of Spirited at the 300. In front, Defiant Boom. Wolfgang the outside, half a length away, followed further back by Spirited at the 150. Defiant Boom joined here by Wolfgang on the outside, and shortly afterward, Wolfgang had taken the lead from Defiant Boom. Wolfgang's in front, edges away. Wolfgang's won a half length to Defiant Boom. Third, Spirited, followed by Shez the Chickatita, Mashani Hercules, Valley of Owls, and Magic Madge at the rear.
So the numbers 1, 2, 6 and 5. Wolfgang taking him a trail, and he scores a comfortable victory. The runner-up was terrific there at his first start, Defiant Boom. He's only been beaten about 3/4 of a length. Spirited ran on well, and so did She's a Chickatita. Again, she couldn't keep up last, but she's managed to make up some progress in the straight to take that 4th spot. But Wolfgang came out of the gates nicely. Blake was able to sum the situation up fairly quickly because he had the good draw barrier too, and he could see that Mashani Hercules wanted to push on, and Defiant Boom was happy to kick through, take the lead. Thought the runner-up was terrific because he was pressured by Mashani Hercules coming down the side of the course, and he was having his first start today over 1,200 metres on a rain-affected track. So mark him down for next time, Defiant Boom. But it was all about the winner. He presented beautifully at the top of the straight, and I reckon he will have learnt a lot from that Bernie. We saw him lead in Adelaide, but today he's relaxed beautifully, taking the trail behind the leader.
Yeah, beautiful colt, and credit to 1 and 2 past the post because it was a great effort by both of them. Lucy's here. Lucy, come on down, have a chat with us. Well done on the win. Obviously, you've travelled this horse a long way. He sort of was losing concentration slightly in the yard when he was trying to be a bit of a lad, but it was a good win.
Very good, very proud of him. You know, it's a lot for these young colts to come and travel, but full credit to the team at home, keeping him up and going, and also a big thanks to the team at Peter Roble. We're staying there with 4 horses, and they've been really accommodating.
Great stuff. And the plan today, was it to take a nice sit like he did behind the speed?
We were just going to see how the race unfolded. We thought from that barrier, if he had to lead, he could, because he's proven he could do that in Adelaide. But it was good to see him settle today and have to come around a few, so it was really good.
And so now, between now and Magic Millions, what's on for him?
We'll see how he pulls up, whether, you know, he's obviously an Aquas horse, and they've kindly offered us their water walker and a paddock for a few days. So he might be down there, have a little freshen up, but we won't have to do much with him between now and then.
It's fantastic. What else have you brought up?
We've got a horse called Pure Paradise going to the maiden race, and then 2 nice horses, Meridius and SF90, both going to those fillies and mares and colts and geldings 1,300 metre race.
Oh, how very exciting. All right, enjoy the win. Welcome to town.
Thank you very much.
All right. Blake, a nice win. Take us through it.
Look, he didn't fly the gates, and it was nice from a point of view that he was able to have a good education sitting behind, which I was happy to do, even though he looked like he had a mortgage on the race. But
I was slightly worried he might go too hard if he was in front.
yeah, well, that wasn't my concern. But just if he was going to a millions, you'd like to get his ring craft, potentially right, and he settled well. I was always very confident around the bend. I was hoping that, he presented like he was going to put 3 on that second horse. he didn't win as well as I hoped, but he got the job done, and I think there's a fair bit of improvement there.
Yeah, and I think the second horse could be slightly better than maybe we thought. What I loved the most about it was when you sort of went past the 600 and you gave him that slap up the shoulder and he just strode into the bridle.
Definitely, look, he did that, and look, he picks up like a nice horse. He didn't commit like a really good horse can, but he had 59, the tracks ran affected. He may be a blinker horse, but he's got quality, hence why they paid $500,000 for him. So, look, heading towards the millions, there's a bit up our sleeves to consider, but got the job done today, and it's nice.
Bit of a thinker in the yard, I mean, you know, that sort of thing.
He is a bit, but once I got over his back and behind the barriers, he settled real down like a professional. So he's just a bit playful, a little bit playful lad at the moment, but that'll come in time, get his mind right.
Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, Maxie, which is a big plus.
Yeah, well, gee, 9 o'clock this morning, I really didn't think we'd get this far. It was just about like a holocaust. But, yeah, so far so good.
So far, so good. Here's Josh.
And the field will be right to run. Over the mile here, Driver Deal, gate number 1's been well back, but Eagle Mont will jump the fave. So Flying Joy moving in, Light Now blinking away for the third. All in, they're racing. Eaglemont was away well. Beaufort Park and Flying Joy go back. There's Rattani going forward. In front, though, Driver Deal from Rattani. Finding the fences, Beaufort Park from gate 6 or 7, if you don't mind. Lovely ride early from Craig Williams. Over on the outside, Mob Buster, followed by Eaglemont, now 5th on the inside of Aussie Nugget. A length and a half to Woti Ra, and Flying Joy's last of all. In front, Driver Deal here. Second, Rattani. Third, a little bit keen as Beaufort Park on the inside of Mob Buster. They're clear from Eaglemont, followed by Aussie Nugget, Woti Ra, and last of all is still Flying Joy. So Driver Deal heavily backed in front at the 1,000 metres marker. Second, Rattani. Third, Beaufort Park. One further back to Mob Buster, followed by Eaglemont, 5th on the inside of Aussie Nugget. Further back to Woti Ra and Flying Joy, last of all about 6 or 7 off the leader. Driver Deal down the side in front by 3/4 here. Second, Rattani. Third, Beaufort Park, and fourth, the outside Mob Buster. A length and a half to Eaglemont, Aussie Nugget, followed by Woti Ra and Flying Joy. 600 metres left to run. Driver Deal's in front by a neck, and second is Rattani. Easing out 3 wide is Mob Buster, followed by Beaufort Park on the rails. Aussie Nuggets out wide of 4 deep on the track, and Eaglemont saving some ground back near the rail, about 4 off the leader up the 300. In front, Driver Deal. Second now, Beaufort Park. Rattani's gone. Eaglemont runs home. Mob Buster's on the outside at the 175. Driver Deal. Here comes Eaglemont on the outside. Between them is Beaufort Park, but Eaglemont grabbing the lead and comes away really well. Eaglemont has won by length and a half. Second, Beaufort Park, and third, Driver Deal. Ahead of Mob Buster, Flying Joy, Woti Ra, Aussie Nugget, and Rattani. Eaglemont.
Well, he sat back off a very, very moderate tempo there, set by Driver Deal, and the Creamers come to the top again. He's just been a marvel. This horse from his base at Murwillumbah, he's the real highway man, up and down the highway, whether it's south to Sydney or north to Brisbane, it doesn't matter. He's done a great job for his connections in particular this time. And that was start 12, this preparation today, and ridden a beautiful race by Blake Shin. $2.60 and $1.30 for Eaglemont. Beaufort Park was good. Nice ride by Craig Williams. He sort of hesitated, cut to the fence and got up into a lovely spot, but clearly out-sprinted over the final part by Eaglemont. Driver Deal, she's weakened back to third, and then Mob Buster. Aussie Nugget, he got away well, every possible pull to the outside of the top of the straight, but no finish at all. It was all about Eaglemont for Matt Dunn and Blake Shin.
See, and it's when you get tracks sort of like we're getting towards today, it's that residual fitness, those horses that have been in work for a long time, and they're just so very, very fit. Matty Dunn joins us here today, so we'll ask him how he does it, how he keeps this fellow in work for 12 starts, still winning. Well done.
Thank you. No, he's done a wonderful job, hasn't he? And, you know, he's been sort of up and down in distance and up and down the highway a few times, but he's a proper war horse, and he's doing a great job for us.
So how do you get such long preps out of them? What are you doing with him at home? Whispering sweet nothings in his ear?
Training him very well. No, look, it's a combination of lots of things. You know, he doesn't do huge amounts of work. He spends a lot of time away from the track, which is a facility that we have, which we're lucky to have. And
The beach?
At the beach, yeah, all sorts of different things. But and OTI are very patient. You know, they're happy to hang in there and wait for an extra week when we need to, which we've done here. So no, he's doing a good job, and I'm sure there's plenty more wins ahead.
Yeah, indeed. And when you go to the beach with your horses, what sort of work do you do there?
I don't do any fast work there. They just sort of canter up a mile and then walk back through the surf pretty much. It's more of an easy day than anything, Wednesday mornings. And horses like him enjoy it. You know, it mixes it up and makes life exciting again for them. And they really do appreciate it, and hence the reason these horses can stay up for so long.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm tipping your riders would love it too.
As long as it's not raining, yeah. And in summer, they do. Not so much in winter.
All right, well, you're doing a masterful job with him. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
All right.
Unbelievable performance here one day, this horse.
When he won by 6? No?
Did he win by the... I know he gave them a massive start. Like, he came from 16th from memory at the top of the straight.
Yeah, that's right. He'd been a beaten favourite at the start before.
Yeah, he'd been costly. It might have been Toowoomba or something. He was tight for room in Toowoomba, then he came here. It was an unbelievable win. He's actually been a really good horse for his connections, this guy.
Marvellous. 12 wins. All right, here's Josh for the 4th.
Turned on. All in. Racing. Emperor's come out second last. Away well was Glorious Ruby, booting up Situation Room. 3 wide is Mr. Galazi. There's going forward as well Smart Image and Orbison coming over from out wide. Emperor's gone back to last here. In front, Smart Image ahead of Orbison. Third is Mr. Galazi for Situation Room. A length and a half, Mashani Sniper, followed there by drifting back as Glorious Ruby. Likewise, Hardware Lane and Emperor. His last over on the outside, about 6 lengths off the leader. Just in front, Smart Image ahead of Orbison. 2 lengths away, third, Mr. Galazi. Followed there by Situation Room. Hardware Lane and Emperor gets right towards the outside. Still 5 or 6 off the leader at the 300. In front, Smart Image here. Looming up as Orbison. Situation Room runs to third. 1 from the outside, Mr. Galazi. Emperor's out wider on the track. Still 5 off the leader. Smart Image here. Situation Room down the outside. Running home well. Smart Image and Situation Room. Flashing late. Hardware Lane. But Situation Room grabbed the lead late and has won from Hardware Lane, Smart Image. Not sure fourth, Orbison or Emperor, followed by Mr. Galazi. And then we had Glorious Ruby and Mashani Sniper.
So number 5, Situation Room, is the winner, just sitting off a very fast speed there. Gee, Hardware Lane was closing off quickly. He couldn't reel in the margin, though, although he's got close. And then Smart Image, a little bit surprised that he had the toe there to lead those horses, although it appeared that Mr. Galazi hesitated a little bit. And we saw Smart Image then go straight to the lead, and then joined by Orbison. And Situation Room, sitting off the pace today in a comfortable position, has been able to finish best. The favourite was back last in a bit of an awkward spot. Not that easy coming here to Doomben when you've got a spear wide. The leaders usually kick away on you. His effort's been terrific under the circumstances, but he's probably missed out on that 4th spot. But all honours with the winner, Situation Room. He got conditions absolutely spot on for him today. Bernie just shunting into the clear at the 250, and he's been too good.
Yes, Maxie, thank you. It was a beautiful win by this little guy today. And that's when he's always at his best, you know, when he's got a low draw over his right trip, tons of speed in the race. Tony Gollan would have been having a little giggle mid-race, I think, Tone, because he was in the groove, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. I was surprised the pace of Spartan Image went at to be able to lead Orbison, and where Mr. Galazai and we ended up, and we were only just on the edge of the bridle. That's how quick they were going, but he was able to come off the heels. And once Ange could just pop him out inside Mr. Galazai, he was always going to be strong to the line. I've been dying to get him back here to Doomben. His last 2 starts have been at venues that have been, you know, not to his liking. Back here on this sort of ground today, he was very good.
He's just a lovely little racehorse. He just does his best every time you turn him out.
Oh, he's a little ripper. If they all tried as hard as him, I'd be very happy. So he's a beauty, and I'm sure the owners are going to be thrilled he's win today.
All right, this track is starting to soften up. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they got it at 5 still. Probably the times are telling us it's not a whole bunch worse is the thing. And visually it's looking worse because that moisture's sitting on top of it, but it's a tricky one. It's definitely shifty out there. The corners, you can see they're really cutting out, but we might go to a 6, but times are telling me it's not much worse.
Okay, well done, Tone.
Thank you.
All right, let's have a chat now with winning jockey Angela Jones, and he's got to be one of your little faves, this guy.
He is. There's not many I like more than him. He turns up when he needs to, and you can't ask a horse to try harder than he does.
Obviously, it suits him mostly when he's got a low draw, and he can really take advantage of not only his own speed, but let the speed go.
That's right, and he's got enough speed he can make the leaders do a lot of work, so it just suits him. And he's a lovely push-button horse. He comes back and has a breather when you ask for it, and then when you push the go button, he's got a lovely acceleration for a little horse.
I know you drew the inside, but it is starting to look seriously wet.
It is chopping up quick.
Well done.
Thank you.
Title between her and Bailey Wheeler. She's on 31 at the moment. CJ Bailey 28.5, doing wonderfully well to only be 2.5 behind. Didn't ride for a month, as we know. Now, I bet you the Crown about to move in, and the field is nearly right for race number 5. The light turned on, 13.50, and they're all in. Stand by. Right to run. Wonders bobbing the head out wide, but they're racing now. They've jumped as one. But Centre Stone drifting back out wide. Betcha the Crown, the favourite. Midnight in Tokyo began well. It's in front. Third, Sabalenka, followed by Pacific Atlantic, a length and a half, So Country, followed by Petunia, and then Count de Baines and Just a Jedi, Centre Stone the outside. So working here in front, Betcha the Crown, by a length from Sabalenka, third, Midnight in Tokyo, 3 lengths away to Pacific Atlantic, and going forward as Count de Baines over on the outside, passing So Country, then Petunia, 2.5, Centre Stone, a length and a half to Just a Jedi. So swing down the side in front, Betcha the Crown, running to second, Midnight in Tokyo, third, Sabalenka, followed by Count de Baines going forward, 3 wide around Pacific Atlantic, a length and a half, So Country, Petunia, Centre Stone and Just a Jedi. 500 metres left to run. In front, Betcha the Crown by a length and a half, and second is Midnight in Tokyo, followed by Sabalenka. Count de Baines has been wide, and further back to Pacific Atlantic up the 300. In front, Betcha the Crown by about half a length here. Midnight in Tokyo trying to knuckle down, now looming up on the outside, the favourite, followed by Sabalenka, but grabbing the leaders, Midnight in Tokyo with 100 metres left to go. Forging clear just in front, Midnight in Tokyo gets the job done, wins by a neck to Betcha the Crown. Centre Stone was good late for third. Sabalenka, So Country, Petunia, followed by Count de Baines, Pacific Atlantic, and the last one was Just a Jedi.
Naval.
Midnight in Tokyo for Annabelle Neesham. Annabelle just had a winner there in Sydney and backs it up with a winner here in Brisbane with Midnight in Tokyo, heavily backed. $1.80 there, $1.90, $1.90 on Super Tab. Betcha the Crown, good from the front. He had to work a little bit. There were a few others wanted to be on pace as well without that known leader, and he's given a good kick there, Betcha the Crown in the straight. Centre Stone runs on well, and then Sabalenka, she was third the fence, just overdoing it a little bit. The disappointment was Pacific Atlantic. Maybe he didn't go on that ground. He was ridden a little bit closer today, and he was niggling at him well before the home turn, so he's weakened right out of it. But Midnight in Tokyo, blinkers on today, handier, and she has been able to get up for Bailey Wheeler. Betcha the Crown getting second, Centre Stone, and Sabalenka, Bernie.
Wasn't she today? Because Betcha the Crown is quite the talent in his own right, but she had all that sort of residual race fitness, and whereas he was sort of first up today. So and you could just see, you know, her in the yard. She was absolutely ripped. Annabelle Neesham joins us here today. Welcome back. Well, you've probably been here all week, have you?
I haven't, but up and down, and yeah, we'll be up here for the next few weeks anyway.
Yeah, terrific stuff. Great win by this girl today, and yeah, if she can just get the toe in, she just magnifies her ability, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. We thought this looked. We had her in 3 places this weekend, so I'm glad we pulled the right rein. There was about 5 phone calls between Todd, myself, and Bailey as to whether we put blinkers on or winkers or visors. We were really umming and ahhing, but I was worried. I was the one that said blinkers. I was worried it was going to backfire on me there for a sec when she initially jumped to the front and looked like she might just be overdoing it a fraction, but she came back to Bailey, and yeah, it was relatively comfortable in the end.
I mean, she's such an athletic-looking girl, isn't she? She always looks so ripped.
Yeah, she's got plenty of length to her, but yeah, she doesn't carry much extra on her, but she's very athletic. She hasn't been out of the top 3 this preparation, so look, delighted for the owners. They bought her back in June, and she's certainly repaying them. I think she's covered her purchase price anyway in prize money now, so good to get her rating up, and look, hopefully she might be a filly for the Queensland, or a mare for the Queensland Carnival, to hopefully jab some black type.
Yeah, she might be able to get into some races, sort of some of those mares races down on a light weight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Your horse that you scratched from here today, he won in Sydney.
Yeah, Naval College. He won in Sydney. We've got Lady Laguna a bit later on today.
Just on Naval College, was he looking for a wild card, or so he won't come to Queensland now, or?
He actually, the reason was it was a benchmark 78 in Sydney, and they changed it at the last minute to an 88. So that's why I was looking up here, because he was going to have too much weight in Sydney, but they changed the rating, so that's why he stayed. But yeah, no doubt we'll see. He's probably another horse we'll see up in the Carnival in the winter, but he's not a Magic horse. He's actually bred by the Queen.
Yeah, he's an import. Well done. Thanks, Annabelle.
Thank you.
Great ride on this little lady here today. How do you think she reacted to the blinkers?
Yeah, she was good. She actually stepped quite well. And with horses that had blinkers first time, they can step a touch slow, which was my only concern. But she stepped well, and I ended up getting the outside leader. Probably not the way to ride her in the long run. Probably just the way the map played out. There wasn't much speed, so I ended up just being the outside leader. She actually travelled quite good for me. The leader really ramped it up from the 600. I just want to keep her in a good rhythm, but come off the bridle a long way. I was quite concerned, but she was quite tough today.
Had to do the chasing. Well done.
Thank you.
Mules earlier, but they are cutting into the track a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I mean, to the eye, this track is very much a genuine
6.
soft 6, isn't it? And pushing towards.
Could have been worse. Gee, the way things were this morning. But
Yes.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Here is Josh for the call of race 6.
Ben Thompson riding for Tony Gollan. Tony looking for a double here. And they've all moved in. Light turned on. All in for the shootout. Favourite Princess Rani's Artful Girl, marking time racing. Princess Rani's was away okay. Great House has gone back. Flash Ours in front from Love Tap. Military Gamblers going forward. Handy Princess Rani's right up there. Trapped out Quality Time. June 45 Handy on the rail. But out wide in front, Military Gambler. Princess Rani's poking forward to second. Third, Quality Time out 5 wide though. Booting up the inside, June 45, and Love Tap is not all that far away. Now, Thompson looking over his shoulder, trying to get in here on Princess Rani. Just goes back to about fourth now, as Quality Time has gone forward 3 wide. But in front, Military Gambler from June 45 and Quality Time. And Princess Rani is now fourth, and 1 out, 1 back outside Artful Girl. A length and a half, Love Tap, Red Wave, and further back to Great House on the inside of Flash R, who drifted back. And then Head of State and Albert the outside. In front, Military Gambler, second Quality Time, third June 45, and Princess Rani's fourth on the outside. Further back to Artful Girl, Red Wave, Love Tap on the rail. A length and a half, Great House on the inside of Flash R, followed by Head of State and Albert over on the outside. In front, still Military Gambler by 3/4 here. Second Quality Time, third June 45 at the 8.50. Fourth, the outside, Princess Rani's, followed by Artful Girl on the inside of Red Wave. One further back to Love Tap, scrubbed along Flash R, outside Great House. Further back to Burke and Head of State. Military Gambler, 600 metres left to run. In front by length still, second Quality Time, third June 45. Thompson going forward and Princess Rani's out 3 wide. She makes her run now. Further back to Red Wave on the outside of Artful Girl at the 3.50. In front's Military Gambler. Princess Rani's emerges. She runs to second, passing Quality Time. June 45 on the rail. Further back to Red Wave. Military Gambler in front, looming up as Princess Rani's on the outside. 2 lengths away. Third is June 45 and Red Wave, but now lifting Princess Rani's. Takes over, 50 metres left to run. Flashing Red Wave in front by Princess Rani's, and she's won the shootout for the Honeys by 3/4 to Red Wave. Third is either June 45 or Military Gambler, followed by Head of State, Artful Girl, Quality Time, Great House, Love Tap, Flash, R.L. Burke.
Well, a positive ride today by Ben Thompson has enabled Princess Rani's to get into a lovely position heading out of a straight. It took the whole length of the first part of a straight there for her to get over, and then we saw the grey Military Gambler take the lead, and he seemed to run along, might have backed it off a little bit down the back straight and then picked it up from about the 800, so it all worked perfectly for her today. So she's back in the winners list after 9 outs. But some good performances in the meantime between her victories. She set out after the grey, got the upper hand inside the 100. Red Wave doing next best. He really found the line well, just ahead of June 45, and then retiring Military Gambler. The rest of them were back in the field and didn't really get into it. But today's the day. Bernie, 3 cheers for Princess Rani's, trained by Tony Gollan, and a masterful ride by Ben Thompson.
Yeah, it was great. It was an easy watch in the end, wasn't it? She began well, and she sort of looked like she was just going to cruise over to sort of one off the fence, and I don't know whether he sort of didn't want to use all of her, or... But anyway, all of a sudden, it looked a little bit icky for a moment. Linda Huddy's thrilled. Well done, Linda.
Thanks, Bernie. Big thrill.
Is she your baby?
She's big baby.
She's a big baby.
No, she's such an honest mare, and her racing style sometimes doesn't do her any favours, but she was great today.
Oh, she was great today. Let's have a chat with Tony Gollan. Great for Linda and Graham and the family all here today, so it's worth celebrating.
Yeah, absolutely. Right at the start of the preparation, I always wanted to get her to the shootout. This was the main aim basically all summer. We took the blinkers off her at the start of the prep, basically to start from scratch with her. And there was a few times there over the shorter trips I was a bit nervous. I'd done the right or the wrong thing, but today it worked out well. She's never been able to posse up and hold a spot like that and still settle, and she just relaxed well for Ben. I was so surprised we were that close, but the key with the blinkers off, she settled nicely, and then he was Johnny on the spot at the right time, and she was the strongest horse late.
She certainly was. It was a little bit icky out the straight the first time when we were going to get to one off real quick, and then it just didn't eventuate.
Yeah, it was a lot messier than what we sort of expected, but look, that happens. But the fact is that she could be more adaptable now. It was better, and you know, all those a couple of defeats leading into this, I think, have all just set her up well for this race today. So as much as it's been frustrating without winning this preparation, this has always been my key race.
And given that they own Shootout, they would love to win their own race. However, she's an Inglis graduate.
Yeah, and there's no wild card for her, so I can wear the Magic Millions hat, but I can't get her there on the day. There's no wild card for her, but look, it's fantastic for her. She's only come to us at the start of the winter. Carnival did a good job of stakes placing during the winter, and she's going to be a nice mare for next winter as well.
Just a beautiful mare. Good on you, Tone. Well done.
Thanks, Ben.
This is just fabulous for this mare to be able to win today. And once she got up in trip, you were able to be a bit closer.
Yeah, absolutely, Bernie. She's a Saturday winner in Melbourne at Flemington over 10 furlongs. So it gave us confidence. She was a really good run in defeat behind Madame Adet last start. And given that she was proven in soft conditions, rain affected track, should I say, it gave us even more confidence down on 52 kilos. So she jumped away great. We settled closer than anticipated, but it probably only adds more merit to her win and another string to her bow in that she's won at Saturday grade over 2,000 sitting last and now sitting one out and one back. So great win, beat a really good proven group of horses. June 45, Military Gambler, Red Wave. Really good effort, especially by the team. Tony Gull and the crew, they've had a spot on today.
Well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
Chrysaor firming up late. So Zouphoria, the final one to move in. Light turned on for the Vogue Group 3. All in 13.50. Racing now, they've jumped as one. Out wide, Zouphoria is going forward. She's in front from second, Black Minto. Third, Coney Island Baby. Followed by Noble Style, trapped out around You'll Never Guess. And further back to Show Me Mercy, who's got about 4 behind him. And they include Chrysaor, Deep Respects, Ringer's Reward, and Safrado's gone back to the rear. In front, Zouphoria by length and a half. And second, Black Minto. Third, Coney Island Baby. Followed by Show Me Mercy. No Luck, Noble Style, 3 wide. Followed by Chrysaor on the inside of Deep Respect. Losing ground, You'll Never Guess out wide on the track, being passed by Ringer's Reward on the inside of Safrado. So Zouphoria is in front by a long neck, and second, Black Minto. Third, the inside, Coney Island Baby. Show Me Mercy, fourth on the outside. 1 out, 1 back, making ground, 3 lengths off the leader. A length and a half to Chrysaor, followed by Deep Respect. And further back to Noble Style, losing ground up the 350. In front, Zouphoria. Show Me Mercy emerging out wide to second, passing Black Minto. Coney Island Baby weaving through as Ringer's Reward. One from the outside is also Deep Respect, and making good ground. Chrysaor coming through right across the track here. Chrysaor, Safrado down the outside. Chrysaor, Safrado are the two. They hit the line. Safrado is back. He's won from Chrysaor, followed by Ringer's Reward. A photo for Zouphoria. Deep Respect and Show Me Mercy died on the run late, followed by Coney Island Baby, Black Minto, Noble Style, and You'll Never Guess at the rear.
Rex Lip will just be over the moon. Congratulations, Rex, on a fabulous training effort with this guy, because he was not gelded all that long ago, and now here he is in the winner's stall.
It'll be 7 weeks next Tuesday, which is he was gelded.
Yeah.
And in that time, he had a fortnight in the paddock, out of my property, and we put him into work. We gave him a very soft trial. And then we had him the other day. We were a fantastic run the other day. I just do believe he was sort of one of those unlucky runs in the race. But today proved the fact that he's a different horse altogether this time in. Now he's been gelded.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's always been a talent, though, hasn't he?
Oh, look, he had so much raw talent as a 2-year-old. That's why he won those races.
Yeah. He was slightly depressed after he got gelded.
Yeah, well, I bloody wasn't. None of the staff were.
But he's over that now, so here we go on to the Guineas.
He'll go to the Guineas now, yes. With a bit of luck, we'll be there.
Yeah, great stuff. Good on you. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
All right, let's have a chat now with winning jockey Damien Thornton. And I'm thinking, since coming to Queensland, this guy's number 1 on the favourite list now.
Yeah, he is. He's been pretty good to me, and he was excellent today. Like he showed what he's got. But like I could feel as soon as I got home today, he sort of had a little bit more swagger about him. He wasn't getting around like a slob like he was as a colt. So I know he just had more presence, and he's a lot more switched on, and Rexy's managed him perfectly. Like he had 2 runs, he's been cut and everything else in between. So he was good today, and he'll be even better in 2 weeks.
He loves a chase, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's better like that. He's he's a bit of a no-fuss character through the first half of the race. Although he can get a bit keen at times, he's normally pretty good, and he's got to finish.
And how do you think that lines up for the big one, the $3 million Magic Millions Guineas?
Well, I think it lines up pretty good. Well, I hope it does. Like, you know, I don't know what's coming from Melbourne and Sydney, but I think what's up here at the moment, I think, you know, we're going to be pretty competitive.
Great stuff. Good on you. Well done.
Thank you.
All in line. An attendant hopping in with one or two on the hop here. Light still blinking away. Now we're right there racing. Lady Laguna, Chinny Boom both began well. Better Get Set's going forward, and right up there is Enterprise Pom. Extremis out 4 wide going forward. Authentic Jewel, Cur Royale, Paracel, followed by Essom, Mashani Royale, Jayanthe, followed there by Barossa Rosa, Comrade Rosa. She's got 3 behind her, and they include Wallinga Best, Russian Warrior, and last Sawur. In front is Enterprise Pom by half length, and second Extremis, and third Chinny Boom. 3 wide down the side is just in behind those Authentic Jewel, followed there by Better Get Set, Paracel, Lady Laguna, Cur Royale, Mashani Royale, Barossa Rosa, Jayanthe. The inside's Essom, Comrade Rosa back on the ruck about 4th last at the 350. In front's Enterprise Pom, looming up as Extremis on the outside. A length and a half, Chinny Boom. Paracel runs home out wider. Lady Laguna further back to Better Get Set. Esson sneaking up the inside. They're stretched across the track out wide. Paracel. Lady Laguna got the inside run. Chinny Boom is there, but Lady Laguna's won from Chinny Boom. Comrade Rosa. Wallinga burst out wide. Paracel tired late. Extremis Esson close up, followed by Enterprise Pom. And then we had Better Get Set, followed by Russian Warrior. Jayanthe a long way back last. So were Barossa Rosa, Cur Royale, Mashani Royale, and Authentic Jewel.
Hello, Wildcard.
Oh, I'm so excited. I just love this little mare. She's so tough. You go through her record, it's unbelievable. She's got so much black type, but she loves Queensland. That's her second stakes win now, and yeah, just so pleased to win for OTI. They're such great supporters of mine. And Terry Henderson, he picked her out himself from the paddock from Spendthrift, and I actually didn't think she was eligible for the wild card, and we discussed it 2 days ago, and Terry said, I think she is. So we rang up Cass and she said she is. So we put her on the truck, and it just worked out beautifully.
How fantastic. I remember you saying last preparation, she might not be from Queensland, but she thinks she's a Queenslander.
Well, she came up two and a bit years ago, and she made her debut at Eagle Farm and won. Yep. And she won the I think it was the Gold Coast Guineas that she won as well. So she loves it up here, and hopefully she loves the Gold Coast in 2 weeks.
Oh, and doesn't it look magnificent?
Yeah, it does. And look, hopefully Tyler's free in that race, because he rode her a treat there. The inside we thought might be off, but he had no option to go up there. And she was tough. She's a little Jack Russell Terrier.
She totally is. Well done.
Thank you.
Quickly, Tyler, while you're here, take us through the running of that race.
Yeah, I was hoping to get off the fence. Obviously, the rail hasn't looked great all day, and I was just lucky enough I had a horse good enough to go there, and she loved the going. She zipped through and put him away very easily.
Yeah, well, I guess when we're, sort of 8 races in, and they've been avoiding it today, it's probably going to be the best spot to be.
Yeah, it could be, hopefully. Well, it's probably the best time to draw that barrier when it hasn't been touched, and I was just lucky enough that I was on the best horse, and she got the job done really well.
Well done, great ride.
Thank you.
All right.
Favourite Tamer Lane. Right to go. Good line. Holding. Hits the button now, racing. And away was the face in front from Zoo Style. Landing third is Tamer Lane, the big goodbye. Freedom Rally 3 wide. Sunfall's on the rail. Out wider there, Zoo Shack. Further back to Kabling, followed by Seat of Power. Irish Songs, and further back to 11-11. Star Tontes, Chatty Lady, Shopping a Spree. Alcyon's last of all. So Zoo Style in front. Second is the face, and third out 3 wide, Zoo Shack. Tamer Lane fourth on the rail. 50 outside Freedom Rally. Sunfall, the big goodbye. They're clear from Kabling, followed by 11-11. Seat of Power, Irish Song, Star Tontos, Chatty Lady, Shopping a Spree, Alcyone. Zoo Style inside the 600 metres, markers in front. Second, the face, and third, the outside. Zoo Shack's been wide. Tamer Lane fourth on the inside of Freedom Rally. Further back to the big goodbye. Sunfall on the rails. 11-11's been deep up the 350. Zoo Style, Tamer Lane driving through. The face back to third. Sunfall's on the inside of Freedom Rally. Further back to 11-11. Zoo Style just in front of the danger coming through. Tamer Lane. Tamer Lane grabbing the lead from Zoo Style. Freedom Rally's on the outside, but Tamer Lane's in front at the 50. Tamer Lane clear on the buffering, and Tamer Lane's one from Freedom Rally. Zoo Style, photo fourth between Star Tontes and also Kabling, followed by Shopping a Spree, Chatty Lady, Sunfall, Seat of Power, the big goodbye, 11-11. Alcyone, Irish Song, Zoo Shack and the face.
Tina Rogers is pretty excited that Tamer Lane has got a wild card to Magic Millions Day. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, tell me about this horse. He looks a beauty.
He looks sensational. He got up the other day on Thursday morning, and when he stepped off the truck, I was just like, wow, you look so good. And he settled in lovely. He's just such a nice guy. He had a cracking preparation last prep, and here we go again, hopefully.
That's how I describe him, a nice guy.
Yeah, he is a nice guy, yeah.
Obviously, the trip was perfect. He followed a really good horse. I love these wild cards because there's only 6 of them. They're incredibly hard to get. And here's Godolphin. And I don't think one wild card has ever won down there yet. But gosh, after Lady Laguna earlier and this fellow now, big chances.
Yeah, well, look out, hey?
Are you going to be there?
I hope so. We'll see how we go, yeah.
All right, you've done a great job for James Cummings today. Enjoy the win, Tina.
Thanks, Bernie.
Oh, didn't you have some fun out there then, stalking Zoo Style all the way?
Yes. Once I got his back, I was pretty confident that we were in the right spot if he turned up today, and that he did. He delivered in spades, the run calm up the inside, and I was confident to take it because he was just travelling so well through the ground, and I didn't even pull the whip. He was going, just gliding along, and won with a bit in hand.
Yeah, he looked like he had a smile on his face.
He did. We both did. It was really great from the 300 onwards, and I hope he goes to the Magic Millions. I think he's a right horse. He's got tactical speed, and he'll be a big chance.
Yeah, I mean, his record speaks for itself, doesn't it? And win number 9 today from just 31 starts.
Definitely, yes. Great effort to the team. Tina is here, and it's a big organisation, Godolphin, and they do a great job, and just privileged to ride for him.
And the beauty about today's race, I guess, is knowing that they're likely to come off the fence. You are going to be guaranteed that inside run.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I had the option maybe to wait for the face to drop off, but Ryan Maloney come off a little bit early, so at the 500, and it was there, and I was travelling well. He doesn't appear to have a great turn of foot. He's a galloper, so I just kept him going, and it proves a winning move maybe.
Well done.
Thanks.
And the field is now right. Race number 10, light blinking away. And they're all in. Good line. Racing now. And away well was R&T with Sailor's Secret, Sir Warwick, Bow Rumble, Handy Hatchet the inside, Dr. Why Not. Also there, Self-Indulgent, Viminelli, Crazy Train. Going forward, Rainbow Connection. Navis 2's drifted back with Golden Point. And further back to I-Ring and Trey Porty. Working here, Sailor's Secret's in front, but going through the inside, Bow Rumble. Back to third as R&T. Fourth, the outside, Dr. Why Not. Followed by Self-Indulgent, Rainbow Connection. Hatchets on the inside of Sir Warwick. A long way back, Viminelli. Wider, Crazy Train, the rail. A length and a half then to Golden Point. Followed by Navis 2. Trey Porty and I-Ring at the rear, 450 left to run. In front by Rumble, second the outside of Sailor's Secret. R&T's on the rail, Dr. Why Not 4 wide, Rainbow Connection 5 wide. Hatchet further back and Crazy Train near the rails at the 250. By Rumble's in front, seconds R&T. Hatchet's up to third, Rainbow Connection's out wider, but By Rumble still in front. Trying hardest, Hatchet is finishing strongly now. Hatchet on the outside, By Rumble in front. Hatchet lunging and gets up. Hatchet's one from Bow Rumble, not sure third. Up there, Crazy Train, Viminelli, followed by Navis 2, Golden Point. R&T tied the last 150, followed further back by I-Ring, Sailor's Secret. And then we had Sir Warwick, Rainbow Connection, Dr. Why Not, Trey Porty, and Self-Indulgence.
And what a great horse for favourite backers in the last, Hatchet, because Robbie is pretty much Mr. Reliable.
He is. You only got to look at his record and see that he never runs a bad race, particularly here at Doomben. And Chris and Matt couldn't be here today, but a few of the rest of the gang are here, and congratulations to them. After
having trained this horse for a long time, his whole career, I think, do you think he's more effective early in his prep?
Oh, yes and no. I still haven't worked out what his ideal distance is. I mean, what we've done, and you have a close look at the form, we've aimed him at prize money the whole way through. We've taken our time with him, we've taken him through his grades. Here he is, first up today, Class 6. That'll get him a run in the Magic Millions Cutest race, I reckon.
Oh, and you know all about winning that one.
Oh, well, I've got one on Monday that goes all right too.
Let's, briefly talk about the King of the Mountain. Of course, Rothfire will be the hot favourite there.
Yeah, and look, it's a race I've targeted specifically to get him into the Magic Millions, and, you know, we keep him to very shortened preparations, and he's the man, Michael. I think you want to talk to him more than me.
Best of luck Monday.
Yeah, hopefully they don't get too much rain up there, but it'll be hard to beat.
All right, let's have a chat now with Michael Rodd. Nice to end the day with a winner. It's been a long day for everyone, hasn't it?
It has been. The news is about to start. I feel old. I could get home and get my slippers on. No, it is. 10 races a marathon, especially for a lot of the participants that are at track work at 3 o'clock this morning to get the horses ready. So it's a big day, but that's Saturday. We don't have it every day of the week. It's just Saturday we have the 10 races, and we've got to get used to it.
This horse must have filled you with confidence mid-race when he was just burning into the bridle.
Yeah, he's a beauty. His trials here were fantastic, and that gave me a lot of confidence. And then there was a lot of interference mid-race, and I was lucky to sneak up underneath it. And happens in these big fields, I think, with... I'm sure the stewards have sorted that one out.
Yeah, it looked messy.
It was really messy, but I was able to miss all of that, and he was a bit lost coming down the hill. He was in between them all, but once he got out, he pinned his ears back. He was always going to run past that horse. The closer he got to him, the harder he wanted to get past him. So credit to Rob to have him ready first up, and Rob did say he'd reckon the horse had improved. Obviously, my first go on him, so that filled me with confidence as well.
And that Magic Millions Cutest race is just so perfect for him.
Yeah, exactly. The prize money is perfect for everyone, isn't it?
Yes, it will be. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.